So, this is basically proof that companies do not care about you. So, first things first. I quit my last job working as a security guard in retail. If you've been watching my last videos, I've been working as a security officer in retail. Not that long ago, a lady came in, threatened to stab me with a knife, and kind of swung it at me, and all for a piece of bread that I told her she couldn't steal. So shortly after that, I told my managers, told everybody I worked with, my higher ups and whatnot from the security company and Safeway, and all they did was tell me to report it. And for the next 3 days, they were very active looking for somebody, but not her. They were looking for somebody who had stole some coffee. Completely unrelated incident. Never even cared about the lady in the camo that came in with a knife and tried to stab their security officer, right? So I start looking for a job. I find a job that pays a lot more, supposedly union, uh, decent hours for me. I didn't have to work as much, but I was basically making the same. They sent me a schedule. I did the orientation, did the training at the site just yesterday or 2 days ago. I was supposed to start this weekend, and so I wake up, I get in my car, and this is just how my day ended up. It was just a lot of things that ended up happening to me today. Just happened a little while ago. Wake up, go start my car. Gotta go check on my car. Start driving it. I start hearing a tut, 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 tut. I'm like, oh, one of my tires is flat. I had to go get that patched. Got my tire patched. While I'm in the middle of doing that, my boss calls me. Says, oh, hey, sorry, Trent. So kind of bad news. That position that you were going for and that we had promised you and gave you a schedule specifically for. And yesterday I had confirmed with them both through an email, who seemed pretty irritated. Like, yeah, you start on Saturday, 11 to 7. We already told you, basically. I'm like, okay, thank you. And the very next day he calls me, oh, sorry, actually that schedule isn't available. We still have those 2 days available, but it's actually swing shift. And I'm like, well, dude, I can't do that. Like, I can kind of make it work on the way there, but on the way back, I take BART. By the time I get to BART, it'll be closed. And like, that's not really too much of a problem for me. I could have made it work. I'd get a bike, or I'll take a Lyft, bus, whatever. I can figure it out. I can get back home. It's from San Francisco to Oakland. I'll figure it out, right? But the whole thing is, he also told me it was just a temporary contract. At least that position was temporary. So the other positions, the graveyard and the daytime, are not temporary, but the swing shift is temporary. And who even knows how long that's going to last for? And who also knows, even if that's available, he's already changed my schedule twice. The first time I was supposed to be working 3 days a week. The second time it was the same schedule, and then he said that wasn't available. Now he gives me another schedule, which paid actually more than those other positions, but then now that's not available anymore. And now I have to change my hours again. And it's just getting really old really fast. And I keep telling myself, oh, maybe I shouldn't have quit that other job. But that other job, yeah, it was pain, but I couldn't stay there. There's no way I could stay there. It was driving me insane. So basically, I had a mental breakdown, fucking yelling and screaming and all types of shit in the car. I didn't break anything. But I did punch my steering wheel, and guess what happened when I punched my steering wheel? It started going off nonstop. It would not stop. I had to, like, squeeze it to make it stop. I don't know what I did. It's an old car. I got old school. Luckily, I don't have any payments, right? If I had payments and really high bills, I'd be effed right now. And the whole thing is, I already did training and orientation for this site, and they already had gave me my schedule like a week in advance. And you're just now telling me that that position isn't available, but you checked like 3 or 4 times, and now all of a sudden it's not available. But I did kind of hear something when I was training. They were like, wait, you're working those days? There's already somebody working those days. Oh, maybe they're leaving. And I kind of, that took, what do they call it, red flag? I was like, oh, that's a red flag. They don't even know who's working and who's not. But I'm like, oh, maybe he's leaving, and I'm taking over the spot. And I don't even mind. I'll work swing shift too. But it would have been nice to know in advance so I can plan ahead. And then also, he told me it's a temporary shift. So what am I going to do after that? How long is a temporary shift for? Is it 1 week? 2 weeks? Security, you never really know. So just be careful out there. Like, I felt good that I left my last job, but now I'm not getting paid. So it's like, but at the same time, I don't know how long I could have lasted at that job anyway. So I don't really know what to tell y'all, honestly. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of thinking about giving you some advice, but I don't really feel like I have any right now. So anyway, just learn from me and make sure you start your other job completely before you leave your other job. Not training, not orientation. You are in your position and maybe even work there a day or two. Then tell your other job that you're going to quit. That's all. That's all. The only advice I got for y'all. It's really the only advice. Anyway, I'll keep y'all updated in a week or whenever I decide to update you guys again. Anyway, have a good day. T-Dog out.